Hi, I'm Phoenix Walker. Some folks in the audience may know me as Andy from class, and tonight I'm going by a name that I use in my magical and spiritual community and Facebook. Because the stories we share here tonight are magical and transform us. And I want to say thank you to Ishmael and Safe Place for providing the opportunity for me to be here, and for every one of you who came here to witness these stories tonight. I am a special papa. My son Antonio is 7, and he knows this. I'm one of a very few men in the world who have had the seemingly unimaginably beautiful experience of bringing my child into this world. What I'd like to share tonight is my story of becoming a father. See, when my son was born, I was still living in the gender to which I was assigned when I was born. I'm a special papa because I'm also my son's biological mother. I'm female to male transgender. My journey of gender began in my own childhood, feeling like I should have been born a boy. And for my entire adult life, I've identified as gay, dyke, queer, mostly dated dykes, and the occasional gay man who could see me for who I really was. I've always loved drag and playing with gender, but I had this story about myself that if I transitioned, I might not be safe in the world. See, I have plenty of friends who already transitioned, and their struggles for acceptance, finding a job, and access to healthcare, and just loving themselves became part of my fear around my own transition. And I was afraid that if I transitioned, I wouldn't be able to have a family. Well, about 9 years ago, I married a guy who was my best friend, and after a year of being married, I was pregnant. Now, being a descendant of a long line of good breeders, I had a relatively easy pregnancy, physically. My son was born, and I breastfed him for 18 glorious months. And it was the first time in my life that my female-assigned body actually made any sense to me. I was able to make peace with the parts of me that had cursed me from the age of 13. The breasts that robbed me of my tomboyhood became this completely natural means of nourishing and connecting with my baby. But after a year and a half, I was done. Done with the fun bags, and ready to reclaim my body, my sex, and my gender for my own. I'd grown to feel safe enough in the world, and I knew I could truly be myself and have my family. In the new year, just after my son's first birthday, I asked to be called Andy, a name that I felt was more gender neutral. And at first, I wasn't sure where being trans was going to lead me. I didn't know exactly what that change might look like, but I knew that how I was seen in the world was not how I saw myself or how I felt inside. My son called me Papa and his father Dad. The next year I changed everything legally, my name, my gender identity, government documents. All except one thing. The one thing I decided against changing was my name, gender, or designation as mother on Antonio's birth certificate. I feel strongly that as a historical document, it's important to show on record that I was born one way and I am living another. My birth certificate, if my birth certificate is changed, or my son's birth certificate is changed, then part of our history disappears. And if those documents are changed, part of trans history disappears. My birth experience was for me the ultimate expression of my feminine power, and yet through that experience, I found the strength and courage to allow myself to find my true self and become the man, the father, the special papa that I am today. Thank you.